Hello, it's me. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet.
Welcome everybody to another episode of CorbinCenter. This one is kind of a sleeper hit. Get it? Because you did an impression. I know you've kind of kept it hush-hush. Look, I might actually let you take this one. I want you to take this one because I'll just have you discuss it, okay? So let's talk about how this all came to be, right? Your debut at JCW. Tell us about it.
Yeah, okay, so again, here's one thing too, real quick. I couldn't really get a lot of shots of the crowd or like of the actual show because it was packed. But anyway, let me tell you how this all came to be and let me tell you like how this plan happened, right? So we're just going to cover everything. I apologize for the lack of overlay, but you may or may not know I have been doing a character called 40 Wings at JCW. I haven't really been sure how to like push for it, right? Because like, should it be me? Should people know it's me? People are starting to tag me in it and they think, you know, that's great. So that's awesome. Okay, so anyway, with that said, I get a message out of the blue from Caleb Conley, and it says, "How are your bookings?" And I go, "Actually, pretty good. I'm keeping pretty decently busy." And he goes, sends me this long email about how JCW has this plan for this gimmick that Violent J has wanted to do for a long time. So like, sure enough, what this leads to is I'm like, yeah, cool. If it all works out, it all works out. So it leads to me talking to Violent J at like 1 a.m. via text about all these fun ideas that we can do, you know, and like you see the pajamas, you see the slippers, you see the nightcap, all that stuff. So as we go, I end up picking up all the outfits, and you know, I told him I got one, and he's like, you know, if you could get two more, that'd be great. So again, like I bought like 3 pairs of everything. 3 athletic shoes to go into the slippers, 3 pairs of pajamas, nightcaps, all that stuff. I get a pillow that's, you know, it's going to be a loaded weapon. And, you know, he covered everything. This is before the show even started. So he, like, basically, like, bought 3 pairs of everything. So it was great. So with that said, like, then I talked to Vince Russo, you know, because Russo helps book it. So I help, you know, I've been watching a little bit of the Lunacy product. I actually really enjoy it because, like, it's different, you know, like that's the thing. Like, and everyone was so welcoming with that, you know, like they invited me out to to come out to Stranglemania just to see, and you know, like they tour so much, and I was like, I can't, you know, with the job and everything else, I can't really do all of that. But like when I talked to Russo, it sounded like we had a good agreement. And originally I thought I was going to be doing LA, Tempe, and New Mexico, which, you know, I was really excited about New Mexico. And I think I've put this on the You Hear It Here first, but when I followed up with like the assistant, because I hadn't heard anything, it turns out that I was just booked on Tempe, which actually is okay because New Mexico is a blood work state. It would have been a little bit of a risk. Yeah, so anyway, we finalize all this stuff. So I fly to Denver, and, you know, I have a layover in Denver, fly to Phoenix. I run into Shane Mercer, and he's kind of letting me know how everything goes. And everyone's like, you know, it's like I get a message, call time's been moved to 1:30. Well, I'm at the airport, and no one came to pick us up till like 1:45. So here we are. We do everything, and you know, like I'm running into like Yabo and Ruffo and Matt Cross, and like people I haven't seen for a long time, or people like I've known online, and I'm just meeting for the first time. So I really like the locker room. It's great. And obviously, like it's all new, right? Like I don't know how the slippers, how's wrestling in slippers gonna be. It's the first time I'm doing this. It's the first time I'm doing the gimmick. I have ideas. I've been brainstorming ideas, and then I'm working with Luigi. So I'm with Luigi Primo, who Luigi's got like a whole full-on gimmick that goes viral every now and then with the pizza stuff. So it's like, how do I play off of him? And luckily, the one thing, you know, like the falling asleep, and we're like before, like 15 minutes before the show is even supposed to start, Jay's like, we got to get it so that we have like the snoring play over on spots where you sleep. So I was trying to like tell him where all the spots were. It worked kinda. It was fine. But the final spot, you know, the backslide into falling asleep while in the backslide is kind of like the big one. So with that said, that was the one where I've seen people get attention, but I've had people make notes of it. But like knowing the crowd for this is like, because the clowns have such a great follow through, you know, like they have like this massive following. There's 2,100 people there, and the mix is either like gimmicks or like, you know, you got Caleb wrestling like Nick Nemeth, and you have EC3 and Kerry Morton, so you got good wrestlers, and then you got all these funny gimmicks just coming out. And it's just kind of like you're flying by the seat of your pants, because you're like, I do this, I might film some footage, like backstage stuff, because, you know, like it's an edited TV show that they're putting together. And then here we are, we do this, and we do a match, and then all of a sudden it's like time to go, and we go and we get in and out, and then back to the airport, and then, you know, like it's wild. And originally, it sounds like it was well received, and it sounds like everything was good. So they reached out to me originally for May, but it just didn't, when I followed up, it didn't sound like they had anything for here. But I do have the summer, so we're going to try and see how that all works out. But this is a totally different experience, and I'm looking forward to it, like, to see. I really, because, like, people are messaging me, and they're like, is this you? And yeah. I kept quiet about it, but yeah, that's totally me, and so, like, it will be... I want to see how we can develop it. So, with all that said, I mean, like, it's just so different. But you know me, this is the stuff I like to do. So, yeah, I'll keep you posted on how things come to be more as we develop this character and we do more, and hopefully everything just continues to work. So, we'll see.
Well, I'll tell you what. I know you like to sleep. I know you like naps. And it seems to be picking up. So hopefully we see more of you at JCW here, and when we do, we'll talk more about it. So, this is so great, but stay tuned. We got more CorbinCenter just around the corner.